Okay, today's topic of discussion is profiling. What is profiling in Spring Boot? Okay, so I'll write it down for you all. Profile, okay, or you can call it as profiling. So which is the database we are using right now? If you see, we are using SAM database, right? But in your real world, in the company, you will have lots of environments. You will have the production environment, the local environment, the testing environment, no, the QA environment. Lots of environments you'll have, and you have to first. So when you are doing the programming on your own laptop, okay, that is you are doing it on the local environment. So if the code is running on your local machine, so you can say on the local it is running, but now you have to run this code on the company server. So the company will not directly let you run on the production server. Production server is the client is using that server. So now the server on which Facebook is running currently, the server on which Amazon is running currently, the server on which Google is running currently is the production server. So the app, you will not get direct access to production. So they will simulate the production. Just like the production environment, they will make all the tables, and that will be your testing environment. So they will say, now you have run the code on your local, now try to run the code on your testing environment. And once the code successfully runs on the testing environment, then we'll deploy it to production. Okay, so we have different environments. So what we can do is, and each environment has a different specification. So what we can do is, in the YAML files, you can make a separate YAML file for each environment. So let's say you go to new and you make a new file. So now how you have to name this file, just look at that. Okay, so it will be application hyphen and then the name of the environment. Okay, so now let's put it on the test environment, so TST, and then after that you can give the extension YAML. Okay, so this YAML file, okay, it is going in templates, it should be in resources, so I drag and put it in the resources part. Okay, now it will come in the same path. Okay, so don't put it into templates, put it into resources. Okay, and now let's say if you have one more environment, production environment. Okay, or the, so what you will do, again you go to resources, right click, new, and you will make a new file. Okay, application will be constant hyphen, and then you can name, let's say you give prod dot YAML. Now currently your application is running, it first will go to the application.yaml file, and it will pick up all the settings from there. Okay, so now you are using this driver, this is your database. Okay, but now I want to do the testing on my test database. So what I will do is, okay, I will copy this and put this in the testing one. Okay, and I'll make a new database called as samdb-tst. Okay, so now we have to create this database, and this test environment is running on which port? Let's say it is running on 8087. So I make the changes, and now what I will do is I will make my local. So whenever your application start, it will first come to application YAML. Okay, and then your application YAML can tell go to which setting. So there I will come over here. Okay, and then over here what I will do is Spring profiles. Okay, so just directly you can say Spring profile colon, okay, 1 2 3 4 space, 1 2 3 4 space, and then active colon, and which profile is active, whatever is coming after the hyphen. So ignore the application and the hyphen, whatever is there after the hyphen and before the dot, that is your profile. So your profile is TST. This is your profile. So now whenever my application will come to the application YAML, will route it that you please go and use this YAML file which has application hyphen this keyword dot YAML. So it will come over here and it will come. Okay, so it will route it to the SAMDB. So now whatever queries will be on SAMDB TST. Okay, now if I have a production database, so I go to production, and let's say production is running on 8083 and it is using SAMDB. Okay, so now if I want to route to the production database, I will come over here and just change over here the 4 characters. Okay, so now which profile is active we will see. So now we have, now if I want to use the prod profile, I save this, okay, and then rerun my application. So it will pick up the settings for the prod environment. Now if I do a run, okay, you will see that all the settings of the prod environment will be picked up. So prod, we are running on prod, right? And prod is running on which port? 8083. So when my application starts, it will start on port number 8083. See over here. And if I change it to test is running on which port? 8087. So I come here and then just change the active profile to TST. And now if I do a run, okay, so if I now do a test, okay, the database is not there. If I'm using test, right? If I'm using test, it uses which database? SAMDB -test. The database is not there. First create this database. Okay, so I've come to my this SAMDB -tst and create. Okay, once the database is created, now if you go and try to run this, it will run. Okay, so now we have routed it to test, and test is using this port and this database. Okay, so now let's try to run this code. So this is how they maintain different profiles. So now if you see, it started on this port, and all these tables which got created, the SQL query which got fired, they got fired on this database now. So if you come here and if you refresh your SAMDB, you will see that it has created the 4 tables. SAMDB test, but they will be blank because there will be no data. They were just freshly created. So you can keep on switching between the profiles which you want. Okay. So we are working on the local. So this is your local profile. So just this normal file is your local profile. Okay. So if you want to maintain the local profile, then you can copy the production one. Okay. and put it over here. अभी देखो इसमें स्प्रिंग तो कॉमन है ही, तो ये वाला पार्ट निकाल सकते हैं, ऐसा कर सकते हैं कि स्प्रिंग फिर डेटा सोर्स फिर जेपीए। ओके, तो अभी आपका एक्टिव प्रोफाइल आपको नहीं चाहिए, तो इन तीनों को आप कमेंट कर सकते हैं कि भाई जो यहाँ पर है बस वही मेरा प्रोफाइल है, तो डायरेक्टली वो इसी फाइल के ही रिसोर्स को लेगा बस। ओके, तो वो डायरेक्टली इसी फाइल के जो डेटा है उसी को लेगा, क्योंकि अपन ने प्रोफाइल को डीएक्टिवेट कर दिया, तो जो सेटिंग यहाँ पर रहेगी, तो अभी जब मैं इसको स्टॉप करके रन करूँगा तो वो मेरे ये सेटिंग्स को पिकअप करेगा। my application will run on 83 and database which will be used is SamDB. Okay, if I yes
सर अभी हम लोग ये कर रहे हैं प्रोफाइल एक्टिव और हम लोग आगे का एक्सटेंशन जो दे रहे हैं इसका मतलब ये होगा कि हमारा जितना भी पूरा एप्लीकेशन है, रिपोजिटरी, कंट्रोलर, क्लासेस जितने भी है वो शिफ्ट हो जाएगा एक डेटाबेस से।
यस डेटाबेस पे देखो, अभी आ गया 8083 पे आ गया, क्योंकि मैंने सिर्फ मेरा लोकल है, ये मेरा लोकल प्रोफाइल है, यानी मेरे लैपटॉप पे जो काम हो रहा है वो इस प्रोफाइल पे काम हो रहा है, तो मैंने प्रोफाइल्स को डीएक्टिवेट कर दिया और डायरेक्टली यहाँ से ही मैं सेटिंग्स मेरे हो। तो आप देखोगे कि आपके उसमें बहुत सारे प्रोफाइल्स होते हैं, कुछ कंपनीज के कंट्री वाइज भी प्रोफाइल होते हैं,